And I just really feel for you because you really need a friend, but you don't know how to be one. You don't know how to be a friend to yourself. You don't know how to be a friend to your daughter. And you definitely damn well don't know how to be a friend to your grandchildren. And I just feel sorry for those kids. And you know, one day they're going to grow up and they're going to really resent you. And they're going to say, Grandma, why did you get us? Grandma, why did you let us go through all of this situation and all of this ugly stuff? Why? And you don't have to answer to that. And that's the sad part about it, Kwani. And see, that's your reality. What you're trying to put on me is not my reality. But we know your reality. And that's the sad part about it. We know your reality. You let that man take you off a couple of jobs. Had you stressed out. And I just think it's sad. So I really don't take anything Kwani says to heart because Kwani has bigger issues of her own. Kwani has a substance abuse problem. Now, I admit, you know, the eating and all of this stuff, it just has to really dissipate and stop and everything. And it's unfortunate. And I'll deal with that. But this sclerosis of the liver sister here, who has mental issues and abandonment issues, and it seems like she's been scarred. She sat there and cried because Sean disinvited her. And I talked to Kwani for hours saying, Kwani, do not go, enjoy yourself. Kwani sat on the phone and talked to me, and her husband was in the room. So I'm like, how do your husband feel about this? You know, I'm thinking that in my mind because you're talking so much about Sean and you're talking about me, but your husband was in Vegas with you. And I think it's sad, Kwani. So I'm really not upset with you. I know how you are. I know that you get hurt and sensitive in your spirit. We know that, Kwani. And we understand that you lash out and you act ugly. And that's really not Kwani. That's the hurt. That's the alcohol. That's what that is. And I just hope you get better. It seems like the longer you stay on YouTube, the worse you get. But I really hope you get better, Kwani. Put down that bottle, girl. Go to AA. Hello, my name is Kwani, and I'm an alcoholic. Girl, you gotta confess it. You gotta own it. So anyway, let me move on because that's a tragic story of Kwani. And all of that yelling and screaming and stuff, that's her. And I don't know if the drunk Kwani was talking or the sober Kwani was talking. If she was slurring her words, maybe that's the drunk Kwani. And you don't know from day to day what that's going to be. So I don't know if that was drunk Kwani or sober Kwani. So let's move on because we got better things to talk about. Let me say this, you all. I'm supposed to feel guilty and some shame about Rico and his situation. But, you know, Rico is a 30-year-old man, not a boy, not a teenager. Rico is not 20 nor in his teens. Rico is 30 years old. And again, it all boils down to Rico trying to take advantage of someone. You become a wife that you need to be. You don't have nothing to say to me, leaving your husband to talk to me. A whole 3 hours on the daggone telephone to get you down off the ledge because you snotting and crying over Sean like he done rammed you up, baby. Like he done you down and you don't know nothing better. And you act like that's the best love you ever had. I thought y'all was screwing how you was carrying on. I thought y'all was having an affair. How you was carrying on with your mentally unstable self. And then you want to talk about somebody. Girl, you better go somewhere. This is why I laugh at you. You can talk a good game, Kwani, but baby, your life is shambles. You can talk a good game, but your grandkids still in foster care. You can talk a good game. You can sit there and cuss and let that liquor give you some courage. You can talk a good game, but your life is telling on you, sis. It's telling on you. With that ramshackle mid-century house that need an upgrade. And then you want to come for somebody. Heated floors. The only thing you probably have is a heated blanket. It's trying to fool and goop the kids. This, ma'am, is what you need to work on. That's what you need to work on, sis. All of this private school education, and you're so elite, but all you can do is cuss like a sailor and sound like you're from East St. Louis instead of St. Louis. And we supposed to be impressed with that? A light-skinned woman who had to grow up and her mechanism to cope is to cuss so she can sound credible because she don't want to be seen as a weak black person. We know your type, Kwani. We know your type, sis. That's why you cuss and drink and all of that stuff and everything. But yeah, we know your type. We know it. It's all good. Yep. But you're going through a lot of issues. And so you keep on doing what you're doing. I have ignored you for a long time, not because somebody's scared of you, but because we know you crazy as cat pee. Anybody who give up grandkids to foster care. Yeah, we're going to see how that works for you when they get a little older and when they find out the real story. That's going to go down real well, grandma. Such a good grandmama. What would Jesus do? Probably would take the grandkids. That's what Jesus would do. But that's not what Kwani does. No greater love than a man who will lay down his life for a friend. But you got a grandmama who can't even lay down YouTube for her children, her own grandchildren. And you have the audacity to come up here and try to school and read someone. Honey, your whole life is a read. That's what I think. As far as Rico is concerned, Rico is a grown man. It's just really funny that he can really do it. And Rico, by the way, I did see your video because there are elements in YouTube that will save it. And so I did see it. And I feel sorry for you, Rico. And I hope that life treats you well. And I hope that you get yourself together so you don't have to bum and live from street corner to street corner. And you know, Rico, I'm telling you what, if you don't get yourself together real quick, you'll be out of that apartment too. It seems like you can't stay nowhere long. So I hope you get it together and hurry up and get a job. Because, you know, people get tired and you seem like you don't have no filter when it's time to leave and get your own. It seems like you that guess that somebody has to say, so when you leaving again? So when do I need to take you to the airport? Because you don't know how to leave. I'm just saying. So, any other questions? Anything else? I'm just here to make a coin. And so you all got to learn, baby. It ain't no reason to be getting mad at these people. This is YouTube. People do what they do. But see, you got to learn to take lemons and make lemonade. You got to learn to take all of this food and make a coin. As Lady Chablis said on Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, you think you're using the doll, but the doll is using you right back. That's what she said. And you think you're using Jay Wilson, but Jay Wilson is using you right back. But the thing is, Jay Wilson don't care. Jay Wilson just going to go ahead and put some commercials on in here and make that coin. Because I know what YouTube's about. If you all coming on here and don't know that this is entertainment, then something's wrong with you. Now, I love the Lord. I love God, and God has blessed me. But I don't need to prove anything to these godless people. Some of them don't need to prove anything because I just walk in it. I just walk in it. That's all I do. I walk in it. I don't have to have a bow on my car. I just go ahead and get the keys and drive away because that's what God has blessed me to do. Now you can call it brag, but I boast in the Lord. I'm glad that favor ain't fair. And see, while people are running their mouth, I'm running my cars. Plural. While people running their mouth, I'm running to the job and then running to the bank. That's what I'm doing. Don't need a bow for the Volvo. I just brought home the car and still got the keys, and the cars are still in the garage. The garage. Okay. So anyhow, that's it. See how easy that is? And see, I don't have to. See, it's so funny how people say that, oh, you brag, but we had a whole woman talking about something. She had heated flows and a pool, and come to find out that she don't even have a bird bath. Come on now. And the foundation is a little cracked. Come on. But yet trying to throw something and pull the wool on you. Trying to goop the children over there. Yeah? Trying to goop the children. But when I just speak truth and walk in it, oh, you brag. No, I just speak the truth and walk in it. See, my thing is, I'm not going to ever tell you something that I don't have. That's stupid. If I tell you, I got it. And if I don't, you won't hear about it. How about that? So that's how I feel about the whole thing. Yes. And I may be plump, but I'm 52. And baby, when me and Dude work this out, it's going to be even hotter. But see, even in my plumpness, I'm still coming out much better than a lot of these people. And I don't have to get the fat sucked out to do it and put it nowhere else. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't have a nappy beard, even when I don't shave it. I want y'all to catch that. Because the old people running this, don't you ever get it twisted. I may not be a big Blessed Watkins fan, but the old people running there. Okay? The old people running there. And I know it makes you upset that the old people running there and you don't know how to handle it. And I don't have to doubt you. All I got to do is live. All I got to do is survive. All I got to do is pay my mortgage. And maybe that's enough to send you all in a tizzy. Who gets angry because somebody decided to say, I'm going to do better for myself and they have decent credit to get a house? Who hates on a person like that except somebody who may not be able to do it? Because those who can do, those who can't talk about other people who are doing it. That's all I got to say about that. Don't let these people fool you. But the old people running there. Did me? Who did? Did me? Who did me? That's what I want. Did me? Did me? Not this. Did me? So anyway, I just want y'all to get that on tonight. What else is going on, y'all? Because like I said, it's really nothing to majorly talk about except people talking about me. And if that's the case, then okay. Because I ain't nobody to y'all. We got all these kangs and all of these quangs and chicken wings and heated flows and all of this stuff. So why am I the focus today? Because I ain't nobody. But I tell you what, you'll make your money off of me. You sure will. But I do want y'all to do better. I cannot stand people who be talking about me and can't get over 2,000 folks. Now that's a shame right there. And notice, I didn't have to put y'all names in it. All I put is did me. Let's talk about it. And I guess Stumpdown has a disdain for the lush in St. Louis. But I was listening and more intently listening to what she had to say. And I think it's funny. Yeah. This woman who crying over Sean Bradley like he done gave her twins. Like Sean Bradley done bought her house in a car. Up there crying on the phone with her for 3 hours, trying to get her to climb off that ledge. No, someone wanted $25 per video from Tracy. Oh, I heard about that too. And I heard what Spillet Boy said. And Tracy, I would take the advice of Spillet Boy. I would definitely go ahead and take him up on his offer because you know Kwani ain't truth. You know she's bitter and vindictive. You know she has a petty spirit. And she'll try to take your whole face off when she can because that's the kind of woman she is. So that's why I would take Spillet Boy's advice because Kwani ain't 2 cents. With that double face. If you're going to use it, I wish you start using the cute one because I'm tired of looking at that ugly one. Sitting there looking like Toby on Harry Potter. Look like Toby. Come on. You're going to go somewhere. And look, all they do is talk. And see, this is what I've been telling you all. This is what I tell you all. Thinking that somebody, Jesus, I ain't your Jesus. Jesus died on the cross for you. Jay Wilson died on the cross for you. Jesus did. And as far as your customer service girl, you got your prayer cloth. See, that's what it's a spirit of heaven is on here, darling. And I need you to tell me what you are serving today, Natasha Malam. Come on in here. Excuse me, Natasha Devereaux. Come on, Natasha. Serving, darling. They're trying to use this lady who really is a really sweet lady, but she's just a little misguided. And they're trying to use her, but it's all good. And the people saw
What's her name? I need tea.
Oh, her name is S. Marie. She's on. She's in the background. You see her in the background trying to come on?
I never heard of her. She must be new.
Oh, she's new, Natasha. She's been here for a while, but you haven't seen her. But you'll
catch I'm in and out. I'm probably missed her.
Well, Natasha. So what has
happened? Don't let me have it tonight. You make me nervous.
Now, was that you? Now, have you changed your name from Malam to Devereaux?
No, my stage name is Devereaux.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I thought, that you were getting ready to apply at Dynasty over that name.
I'm always like Devereaux. So since Treasure stole my name along, now let me stop.
Well, you want to be S. Marie?
What's she gonna read?
So, S. Marie, are you back?
Yes, sir. And I was typing, can we have a real conversation like grown people? Because I feel like you pulled a prepubescent stunt on me with your whole little panel, but that's cool.
You did what you
I'm
did.
Natasha.
I'm gagging. Hi, girl.
Hey, girl.
I never saw you before.
Girl, I seen you around. How you doing?
Fine. Are you in a plane, girl?
In a where?
In an airplane. No, you're not in an airplane. Oh, girl.
Where
you at, girl?
At the house. Where you
You
at?
know, the backdrop looked like you was in a plane, girl. I'm like, this is me, girl.
Yeah, this is my office. This is my little office.
Oh, I know. Okay, girl. So what's going on? I don't understand. Jay, you got me in trouble or something?
No, S. Marie wanted to
I
come.
never met S. Marie.
Yeah, so this is S. Marie. She claimed that we didn't do something for her, and I have the slightest idea of what's really happening.
I like your nightcap, S. Marie.
Huh?
I like your little bunny nightcap, girl. Or
Thank you.
hair.
Thank you. It helps to go get the mail. But okay, I just wanted to end on a better note. I can do better, and I got caught
What
up.
happened?
Huh?
I need the backstory. What happened?
Well, the backstory in a real quick is had Jay or Miss Vivian just honored the request, even if I hadn't put in a letter. I actually put in a letter, and then I talked to Miss Vivian in the Facebook inbox to ask for prayer from the platform. So when that didn't happen,
Your platform, you said?
no, from Bro Jay's platform.
Uh-huh.
So when that didn't happen, I was asking why I would be in the room. And so I'm not going to belabor that point because everyone in the room pretty much knows that I've been in this room all summer long with the same line, and I got ignored all summer long. So that was the part where I was telling you where I got mad. So, Bro Jay, and I'll be real quick, and I do thank you for your time, and thank you everyone again. I apologize. Even drove me.
Tell me the story, girl.
Well, I can't be messy because I get kicked off. So I
won't do. Well, we're going to be messy. I want a key tonight.
let me try to put it together as best I can. So when August came, okay, so shout out to lead attorney and blind guy, his wife, their life, because when August came, I had the prayer cloth and I made the video, and I did my prayer cloth video, and I said I can't unwrap my cloths until you pray. You didn't get that? I can't unwrap these.
Oh, Jay sent you that, girl.
Miss Vivian sent me these beautiful cloths that I cannot unwrap until I got what I asked for, which was a prayer from the platform. And so, even if you never saw the letter, Bro Jay, and now I'm exhausted, so I'm going to end this. You have seen me ask over 100 times, please pray for my grandchildren. Therefore, that led to the cussing. Thank you, sir. Oh, and I'll tell you when I got mad. Lastly, I got mad when I saw your picture and said the nerve of you to blow up after tearing everyone else down. And then I got mad at Miss Vivian when I heard she did something for free that we get together and put it. So anyway, that upset me, and it turned me into the old me, and I'm sorry.
Okay, but this is the thing. We prayed, and it seemed like you wanted something different. And of course, the chat moves quickly. Sometimes I'm not looking at the chat, and my thing is, I really didn't know half of this stuff and some of the stuff that you're saying, and so that's it. And we said what we were going to do, and a lot of people did pray. We didn't even pray over it, which we did. And so now what I'm hearing you say is that you wanted a special prayer. And so, like I said, I didn't know what you were really requesting, number one. And number two, Miss Marie, you can put some stuff in the chat, but Miss Marie, you be putting a lot of stuff in the chat. And I don't know if A, is Miss Marie serious about it, or B, we really don't know. And then, of course, you have Vivian's information as well. And Vivian could have easily got that to me. But Miss Marie, I'm not always in this room, and I'm busy doing some stuff. And so I don't think it would have been a big issue. But I mean, I can't do something when I'm not aware or really understanding what the picture is. But yeah, you went on and you did your tirade, and you cussed us out, and you did all of this stuff. But it could have been
for entertainment purposes.
It could have been that. But Miss Marie, I didn't even know that you were having a situation with your grandkids. That has not even come to me until recently. And Miss Marie, I have a question. So how did all of these people know this? I mean, did you disclose that to them?
Who knew what? What happened?
About the grandkids.
Oh, because I've been because I made a video saying I prayed.
Okay. And see, Miss Marie, I didn't even see the video. So I really didn't even see
What about the stench?
The who?
The stench. The stench.
I didn't see that, Miss Marie. I didn't see that.
Thank you. And I feel bad that I got one like that. I feel bad. I do. I feel like I had to get the free but I won't belabor that. That's okay. I feel like if you just threw it out in July, I'd have been on my way with like 20 new subscribers. I'd been fine. But you made it go all the way in the dirt.
Well, no, it was not in the dirt, Miss Marie, but it got to the point where I didn't know who, what, when, where, and how, because you would come on, and I'm like, well, I don't know if what's going on, or if this is something serious, and so I was a bit perplexed and a little confused of what was going on. So that's my thing, and so I really didn't know. And then of course I was blindsided because I'm like, well, where did this come from? I'm like, where did this happen? And so yeah, and we already told people we were going to pray, which we did over them, and we were going to send them out. And so we were very, very clear of what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. And the people were okay with that, and that's what we did.
Well, can I say something real quick? Because that's where it gets messy. Now, I'm not being messy because I don't care no more. See, Miss Vivian Church made me mad too because I sent them a cash app when that big dude was on the porch, and I paid for the whole sermon to see if the porch was going to break. And then it didn't. I sent him $15. He never said thank you, nothing. And then until I mentioned it, then he'll say thank you. So I'm not trying to be messy, but I'm saying that's part of what it all, added to me being mad. But I'm not. But Natasha did that good information.
How would you say, Miss Marie? Miss Marie?
Miss Natasha, was I giving her the good information?
Miss Natasha, did you follow all of that?
Yeah.
What you think?
So you got upset because of prayer corp, they didn't pray on it.
Well, we prayed on it.
Oh, you wanted the platform, everybody in the chat?
Yeah.
No, just Bro Jay. But see, I was good with the church prayer and I wanted the church and the platform. But then the church made me mad when they took the 15 and didn't say thank you, and then I didn't get no platform. So that made me mad.
What private church or Jay's? And the platform. Which church made you mad?
Okay, the church gonna pray for the prayer clause, right?
Well,
the church you attend at your home?
Vivian Church prayed for the prayer clause.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They did not pray for those prayer clause. We had a group of people, and we had a group of ministers to come, and Vivian's church had nothing to do with it. Absolutely not. I was there, and I know exactly who was there. And Vivian's church did not pray for those prayer clause.
Well, that's why I got mad then. I'm misinformed. I got mad because I thought the church prayed for them, and then I said some friends didn't like it. Thank you.
Well, I prayed, and there was some other people who prayed. We did, and we knew that it may come up, but we had other people to even witness and verify because we knew it would come up. But Vivian's church they weren't involved, Miss Marie.
So open it, Miss Marie. You all smiling, honey. Open it.
What I got?
She opened it.
I got my kitties. Oh, thank
What
you.
did it say?
Oh my God, look at
What did
that.
it say? Let me see.
Pray.
See, it took you all that time to open it.
Thank you, Miss Natasha.
Did you read the card?
Well,
Well, you waited all that time to open it.
I didn't open it with bad spirits. Oh,
They have prayed. You misunderstood. It sounds like.
oh, peace and blessings, Dr. JW. That's so nice. Thank you. Thank you. I should feel bad, but I don't. I'm glad we had this moment and worked it out.
Yes. So Natasha, thank you so much. You're such a peace broker. They need you in the Middle East.
What? Italy.
Come on now. So you see, so I'm glad that we had this. And sometimes, Miss Marie, I guess you got to take people out of the equation.
Well, people be a blessing in the curse in the beginning. Y'all were being a curse. Now y'all being a blessing. So thank you.
They had to look at her.
I love that. Thank you, Miss Vivian. They're beautiful. Thank you.
And you waited all that time to open it?
I wasn't gonna open on a bad spirit, no. So
But they prayed.
they're nice, very nice.
You misunderstood, it sounds like.
No, I didn't get a platform prayer. I wasn't gonna open before. I got my platform prayer the other day. I got that. I had to get it out of a video, but I got it.
Well, better than nothing.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You're right.
Well, I'm just glad you opened it, and I hope that you are pleased with it. And like I said, Miss Sharon, I didn't know about the grandkids. I really didn't, and I was a little concerned, Miss Sharon. I'm gonna tell you why I was a little concerned because people on YouTube are not always the best people, and even though I can make jokes and have fun, I really don't try to pry in people's personal lives. And I was a little concerned about that because it seemed like there was something really serious as I was hearing it, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't know. I don't think this is the best place to do that because I know that people can have some real ill intent. And those things can happen. So I was more concerned about that situation and, even sharing certain things because I just learned you just don't share a whole lot of stuff here on YouTube because it can come back and the intent may not be what you want. Even though you want to help people, that may not be what it is in the end. So I just, I think you have to just really be careful because I just think that people do some really interesting things on YouTube. So, but I wish you the best with your grandkids. I did not know that, Miss Sharon. So again, and I really didn't. And Miss Sharon, I really don't like to be cold with people, but because of some things that have happened on YouTube, I'm a little bit reserved, and I do try to keep a line because I know what YouTube has given, and so I try to be very cognizant of that. So yeah.
Okay, no problem. I'll go ahead and jump down. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Miss Natasha, and thank you, chat. And have a good day. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
All right. Because of that situation, I don't know if you saw the
Who was it with Esmeralda?
No, with Mr. Raymond.
I don't know, Raymond.
Oh, Mr. Raymond. So Rico tried to put this man's business on Front Street because he didn't
Rico always does that. What's new? I'm talking.
Rico came on and set the record straight, and then Rico went to crying and say that people was coming after him. And no, the man just told.
Well, no, what did he say about Raymond? I don't know that story.
Oh,
I know he's playing disco.
He was just saying that this man was supposed to pick him up and do this, but the man actually said that I didn't mind helping Rico, but I work and I have family. I have 3 weddings to go to, and he said that you just can't come when you want to, and then I'm supposed to drop everything to help you. So Mr. Raymond had to kind of put it out there, and Mr. Raymond was a little hurt, and so it was just really interesting.
Raymond was in New York. Raymond lives in New York.
Yes, Mr. Natasha, you have to see my video. I have Raymond speak, and I said Rico moderator speak, and the man really told his story, and it was really interesting. Mr.
So Rico lied on him.
Yeah, he didn't tell the whole truth.
Oh, is Rico staying with him?
No.
Where is she staying? I'm curious. Or is she in the shelter?
No, I don't know.
Where's Rico? Is she somewhere discoing now, honey, playing music?
Well, I don't know, but I didn't know that Rico was 31.
Well, she looks about that. I thought she looks about that age. I thought she was older.
Okay.
I thought she was in the middle 30s.
Okay, 31.
Well, she thinks that, I don't know, maybe it's me, honey. But she think 31 up in New York, honey, she's old. Okay. Up in like 18 and 19 and 20-year-old pieces. Well, she's not really a piece, but to be tricking, she's getting old in the game, honey. Mm-hmm. And she's not looking appealing. No, honey.
Rico said he's not tricking anymore. He said he's laid down.
That's a lie. How's she surviving?
She said that
she's in New York City. How is she surviving?
She said that
who's she staying with? I think she's in the Bronx.
She said this. He said the social programs in New York are very generous.
They are, but they don't get you a place that quick. She's a liar.
Well, I think he may be staying with friends until.
That's what she's doing. I wonder if she up there with friends. Honey, how she paying her? John, she went up there with some bunch of queens that think she's a man. They saw her PP, and that's the story. She's playing a man somewhere.
Somebody said Rico had a hookup and he's not with friends. Well, he said he's a friend. Somebody said he in a shelter.
Yeah, Rico had a hookup. She probably met some queen that thought she was a man and took her in.
Well, some people say shelter, but where he's living that look like a shelter. All I know is that he's close to the airport and he's close to the train.
What airport?
I don't know, but I've heard a plane, and I heard
Either she's near, if she's at an airport, either she's near LaGuardia or Kennedy. I doubt she's way out on it.
No, but I think he may have to be close to LaGuardia because if it's Bronx,
yeah, it didn't look like Queens.
Yeah, so it's probably the Bronx or because Queens, Bronx, so it's probably in the Bronx. But yeah, so I heard a train though. So wherever it is, it's close to the train track because I hear the train always clicking, and you know how the New York houses be close to the train tracks. And then
She could be in Far Rockaway, but no,
that train was too close. That's not a Far Rockaway. That train.
Well, you know, the A train is elevated from my avenue.
But how it looks, it doesn't look like a it doesn't look like a structure because you know Far Rockaway have the newer or the 1960ish kind of projects. So yeah, because you can hear the trains. And then I heard so you know the flight pattern at LaGuardia can go over the Bronx and stuff. And then But look, I hope he's doing well, and I wish the best for him. But like I said, you know, people were really upset with me because I let Mr. Raymond talk about the situation. But again, it just
who were really upset about?
So
I don't understand why people. That's child. Come on more often.
I just said I was attacking him, but no, I was just letting Mr. Raymond speak. It seemed like some entitlement.
So wait a minute, Jay Raymond was going to mess with Rico. Is this what I'm understanding? From the cleanup, I heard this. So was Rico going to feature Raymond?
Well, it seems to me, and Raymond said that that's not the case, and Raymond adamantly denied Raymond is Rico's moderator.
Well, then how did they hook up? They were just two gays.
No. Raymond is Rico's moderator.
It's who?
It's Rico's moderator. The person who holds
Wait, I'll get a cigarette. He's the moderator. What?
Well, he's like,
okay, he's his moderator. Oh, well, that don't mean nothing.
Well, Mr. Raymond said that he's been.
I have a gorgeous moderator. I believe the child.
Okay, Mr. Raymond said, Natasha, if you let me finish, he was trying to help Rico out because Rico was in Maryland to get better benefits in New York, and so Rico wanted to move here. He said, well, I'm willing to help you, and he also cooked Rico a meal because you know of that. And so, yeah.
So he invited Rico over for dinner
because Rico needed to eat. Natasha, what's funny, honey?
No, he didn't invite Rico over because he needed to eat. Oh, it wasn't just a friendly dinner.
He said that he wanted to, you know, make sure that Rico was okay. He was willing to help. He was going to take Rico to those places so he could get his social help. And that's what he said. And then he said somebody actually took Rico, and he was fine. He was still willing to help Rico. And so that's what he said. And he said it was nothing. And Natasha, truth be told, that Mr. Raymond is not a bad-looking man. He's older.
Well, that's exactly my point.
Well,
Jay, I told you what was going to happen when Rico went to New York.
Mr. Raymond said that was not the case, and he said he's.
So what was Rico's little version, honey?
Rico version was the same. He said that, you know, he wasn't there to help him when he needed him. And Mr. Raymond said, I'm booked and busy. I got family. I have weddings. I work. And so that's what he said. So I didn't hear anything. So
I told you what was going to happen, and it's pointing out just like I said. He said I was hating. I was jealous. I knew what was going to happen when he went up there. He went up there with a way of prayer and booking, and he's finding out that he's not the cream of the crop. Like I told him, he wasn't.
Well, like I said, Mr. Raymond seemed like a really nice guy, and Mr. Raymond seemed like he didn't have any major reason to lie. And so,
that doesn't mean Rico didn't have an ulterior motive.
Well, but now that's real. That's different because Rico may have had a different motive, and it may not have been.
He did money.
Huh?
Money.
Okay, you think it was money?
I had to go get a cigarette behind this one. Oh my God! I told you people what was going to happen. I was hating. I was jealous of him. You know what he was saying, and it's playing out like a tune.
So somebody said, what movie didn't? What motive? He didn't go see The Man. So what happened? What happened was Mr. Raymond had cooked.
You people that are not from New York, you wouldn't understand.
So Natasha, what happened was Mr. Raymond cooked pork chops, mac and cheese, collard greens, all of this stuff for Rico, and Rico wound up going to a party. Mr. Raymond
wait, hold on. He did all this cooking, and Rico didn't even show up.
Yes, and he said Rico was really.
Rico met somebody else that was more a better deal.
Rico wanted to come over, but Mr. Raymond said no because it was during the Rona period, and he said nope, he didn't want to, take that risk with us. And so he
was going to take it at first. I'm not understanding. If you invited him one time and he didn't show up, then what happened was when he went to party, you figured he would be around, so you didn't want him back there.
So Sean said he doesn't let Rico in. So
I wouldn't let Rico in either if he went partying.
No, I think this is
my house. If Rico could never come in my villa.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, but Mr. Raymond adamantly denies that it was anything else just to really help Rico.
Well, did anybody insinuate that they were getting together?
A lot of people did, but Mr. Raymond was like, no, that's not the case.
Well, you never know what was on Rico's mind. Maybe Mr. Raymond was, honest, but Rico, please. Rico's over. He thinks he's a prostitute. He's a prostitute, catch it.
No.
A chick slash whatever.
He said he's left that life alone, and he said he's making it.
Jay, please don't patronize me, Dolly. We both know what Rico is. Rico's an alcoholic. Rico is a trick. Rico does nothing without coins, 4 coins. That's why he swings that pee-pee that never gets hard. It's always soft or semi-hard. Come on.
We're trying to call him a for-profit friend.
I've seen it. I've looked at it and watched it. I know my pee-pees. Wow, I don't know my letter P's, honey.
Natasha, I'm just trying to give Rico the benefit of the doubt, and I think he's trying to make it. So,
make it what? Is he enrolled in any kind of school?
I think he's looking for jobs.
What job? There's plenty of jobs. He could have had one by now. They're begging for people to work, and he hasn't got a job yet.
I think he's trying to determine if he's going to get the vaccine.
They're looking for people to work. People are not going to work.
I think he's trying to determine if he's going to get the vaccine or not.
Well, he needs it. Any kind of protection would help.
Okay. Well, Natasha, that's it. But what's going on in your life, Natasha? Because I mean, I'm just really
You
finding.
know what? I'm gonna read though.
Well, no, I know we're talking about him, but I just find now I'm thought I
You mean he hasn't been vaccinated and he's all around partying in New York? What's wrong with him?
No,
Oh, he couldn't come near me, darling. Oh no.
That's why I was side eyeing you a little bit because that video said